What's up, guys? It's Dallas, and I'm here with what I hope will be the next big thing here on the channel. So, for those who don't know, this is a game called Ark Survival Evolved, and this is going to be just kind of a quick, and of course I'm starving as soon as the video starts, but this is going to be a quick look into our current world that me and Hannah have been working on for a few weeks now. And we're actually going to be starting up our own private server, which is going to be really fun. We have, of course, my wife Hannah is going to be on there with me, along with probably 5 or 6 of our friends that are going to be tagging along. And we're all going to be on the server together, so hopefully we'll get a couple of them in here to record with us as well. It could be a ton of fun, because Ark, you can have a lot of fun. You can mess around a lot and destroy a lot of things very quickly. But we'll go more into what you can do in Ark and some of the abilities of the, we'll say, creatures in this, and we'll kind of go into that a little bit later on. For right now, I just want to start with a little bit of a house tour. This right here is the house we've built. It is up, suspended above the water. It goes down into the water you see over here. And this is the front gate. So we walk up to this guy, swing open the big doors. And this is kind of the front room, kind of storage area. This is where Hannah has her items, some of her chests and things, along with my items on this side. So if we have any weapons, armor we want to put in here, like right now, I have all my stuff equipped. I have some nice Demented Dallas coloring, the black and red. I have all my weapons, my sword, my shotgun, everything already colored for my specific character. Back here along the wall, I guess we'll start with the glowing things. These are some of the trophies you can get from completing the caves in the world. They're very challenging. I think we just got half of them. I think there's 10 total. So we're getting there. We haven't got quite to that. And after these guys, you can use these trophies as a way to spawn in a mega boss. We're nowhere near prepared for this on this world yet, or definitely not on the other world because we haven't actually started it yet. This guy right here is an alpha Rex skull. You only get this by killing an alpha Rex. Again, we'll go on to kind of what that kind of stuff is later. It's a nice big trophy to hang over the back door here. Hopefully I'm not giving too many spoilers looking out there. But here is my workshop. So we have a couple of crafting items. This is called a fabricator, along with the smithy. The fabricator is just a bigger version of smithy, really. Makes higher end items. So there's a crafting system in game. I even go to craftables, and it'll tell me what I need to make all these. If I can have it, it'll turn white. If I don't have it, it turns red. So I don't really have anything on me I can build right now, so it's all red. And certain items you'll learn using the things over here called Ingram points. So all of this is just stuff you can learn. There's a lot of the grayed out stuff I have not learned. The colored stuff I have learned. Up to a certain point, you make all of your inventory. Most of the building items you make in your inventory. At a certain level, you have to move into... Oh, it is a little bit laggy on the server here. It's just the Xbox. It can't quite handle what Ark is. There's a ton of detail in this game, even with the settings turned down. But here at the smithy, you can make some of the more high-end items. Like in here, you can make... Let's go ahead and just go in here. You make a metal pickaxe. When you first start, you can make a stone pickaxe, which is just strapping stone onto a stick. That's really all it is. And so you want higher end materials, so you go up to here to get some of the metal stuff. Then the fabricator gets a lot of electronic equipment, so anything that runs on gasoline or electric. And this game is very primitive, and you can actually, it's called Survival Evolved. So you kind of move up from being a caveman with sticks to having shotguns and power. And I'll show you a little more of that in a little bit. But this is just my workshop. A couple things. You make some narcotics for tranquilizing things and other various stuff that I said we'll get into in a later episode, hopefully. All of these are for smelting metal. You get raw metal deposits and have to cook them up. More storage. These boxes are just absolutely full of storage of random miscellaneous items. They're all... At the bottom you can see it's called Flint Large Storage Box. So all of those are just assorted items we use in here quite frequently. And across the way I kind of call this Hannah's Corner. And it's not because she's a girl, it's just she's always in here making kibble or assorted dyes and things like that. So this is kind of the refrigeration cooking room. So we have all of our fridges here, mostly stocked with vegetables in this one. I think some of these, I don't know. Yeah, cooked prime in one of them. And one of them has all of our kibble, which is used for taming high-level dinosaurs. Kind of running low on that, actually. So everything in here kind of has its own purpose. We have the industrial cooker, which is just a way to cook a lot of food at once. Like I cooked all this up while I was waiting to record this video. And then preserving bins are kind of the step down from refrigerators. That's why we don't really have many of them. And then we have our little water tap back here, so I'll grab a quick drink so I don't end up being dehydrated, and I didn't get any water anyway. So Hannah does all of the watering agricultural kind of items. I do taming and killing for the most part. Industrial cookers more. So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of step ups. Like this is just called a cooking pot. This is an industrial cooker. That's just kind of a step up. So there's, like I said, you can stay with the old school cooking pot. You can stay with crafting your inventory in a smithy and have very basic primitive weapons, or you can evolve and kind of grow into more items and have a little more fun with it. I think it's a lot more fun once you get to the later game stuff. Up here there's not much. There's a lot of storage, more storage. These staircases are kind of annoying. I want to get rid of them at some point. These are going to be bedrooms that never got finished, and I guess kind of showed a quick glimpse of it. It has dinosaurs in it, if you didn't see already. So this is, in a sense, a survival. I guess you can almost compare it to a very realistic version of Minecraft, except there's dinosaurs. And not only are they here, you can ride them. And they're pretty awesome. You can ride them. Some of them are used for harvesting. There's a number of different things you can do with them. And like I said, we'll kind of go into the nitty-gritty what does what later on. But this is just kind of showcasing everything we have. We have a couple birds up here. I'll go ahead and take this guy so I can fly down and not take fall damage. But then we'll kind of just go along the line and show what we do have. So down here at the very end, these are called Quetzals. They are the biggest bird in the game. You can put pretty much mobile bases on the back of them, which is what that little thing up there is. It's just a chair for riding right now. But it's been probably 20 minutes going through and telling what everything one of these are. So we'll kind of just fly by and we'll take a look. We'll tame all of these probably in the next series as well. All of them are very useful to have. And then these are kind of our prize jewels, I guess. These are our first 4 Rexes we ever had. T-Rexes. They're just called Rexes in this game, but they're, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex. They're pretty awesome, and we originally were going to use them for breeding and making our dinosaurs stronger. We managed to find a few more along the line, but we don't want to get rid of these guys because they were our babies first. They kind of deserve to stick around. And, oh, a little bit of server lag again. So we're going to go ahead and fly up above this guy. This is considered our big taming pen. So we put any kind of big dinosaurs in here, climb up to the opening you see above my head here, and you can shoot arrows down and they can't get out of this room. Once they are tamed, you can release them. You can open the gate, and they can just stroll on out of here. So that was kind of my big build. This thing is absolutely massive. It's the same size as the house, and it's just one giant building. Down here, some more of our dinosaurs. I'll fly up a little bit. And this is mostly our raptors. Hannah was breeding raptors for a while, so that entire top row is raptors. Some of our assorted guys down here, and then the army, the armada even of Rexes. So again, there's quite a few of them. I could go through 15 minutes kind of showing them off, but these guys have been bred. Their levels are extremely high compared to our original ones. They have been bred up, they have been trained, they have been bred for different colorations and things. And he had to poop before I got off him. He does it every single time. But this is one of the things that's kind of cool to show off, is that they're not the best stats just yet. But we're getting some pretty cool stuff. Like this guy right here has a blue stomach. And this guy over here, we don't have the sun glare, has blue spining down his back, spine plates. So they're called mutations. And this is a small taming pen, by the way. It's just a small version of the big one. But the mutations are just by random chance, and they happen to look awesome. Like, we'll fly over this guy. He's got a nice blue coating to him. And I think I gave you a sneak preview at the kind of our best mutation so far. But over here we have the ones set. They're named what they're good for. I don't know why Volcano's over here. But for stats, there's certain dinosaurs have certain stats that are better than others. This guy happened to have better weight than everybody else. The one over there had melee. And I think somewhere among the giant army of Rexes is one called health, but I don't know where he is. Right here, and he's next to the guy I was trying to hide this entire time. So this is our first mutation we ever got, and they are awesome, and they're twins. So our first twins we ever had, and they also happen to be our first mutation ever, and they are probably the best mutation you can get because they are this nice neon green, this bright green. They have a little bit of coloration. Oh, you would knock me out. Okay, so this game is, I should probably say this, it is in pre-release still. It's been in pre-release for a few years now, but it is a tad bit glitchy from time to time, so things like that can happen. But this guy is, they're very cool looking. They have a little bit of the red undertoning. Really? Every time. So, that's one thing. They do poop. You can pick up their poop and use it for fertilizer and things. They also lay eggs. That's how you get the dinosaurs to hatch. But we'll go into a little more. That's down in the bottom of the house. I haven't shown you guys just yet. But these guys are our little babies. We love showing them off. Every time I walk by one, they poop. It's funny, but at the point, it gets to the point like, can you not for like 5 seconds so I can do this? So over here, this is Hannah's. So the taming pen was kind of my construction. These were her construction because she is like, I think, the agricultural one of the group. So these are all the vegetables we can grow. Let's see if I remember what these are. Saveroot is potatoes. Citronal is lemons. Then these guys in the middle are called narco berries. They're used for making tranquilizers and keeping dinosaurs asleep. We got carrots, and we got corn. Long grass. It may even looks like corn. I don't know why it's not called corn, but it's not. So this is a greenhouse, obviously. It will give the greenhouse effect, which you see there down at the bottom is 300%. It means we did it very well, and we get the extra growth ability, so they grow and produce they produce the crops from it very quickly. And we get the fertilizer from, turn it around a little bit, from these guys up here. So this is our designated pooper. He poops a lot of feces. Thank you for showing off. He does a lot of feces very quickly. And then we go inside this little room, and thank you for getting us to the door. So these are dung beetles. They will take fertilizer, or take, well, they already have the fertilizer on them. So you put small, medium, or large animal feces in these guys' inventories, and they create fertilizer out of it. So then you put the fertilizer onto the crops grow, you pick the crops, and you have crops. You can eat crops, you can tame things with crops, or certain recipes require crops. It just depends on what you want to do with it. The options really in this game are limitless. I mean, there's so many different ways. You could go around just killing things, which is fun. You can go around not killing things and taming everything you see, which we've kind of done a little bit. Did a little bit of a Noah's Ark kind of thing here with 2 of every animal so we could breed everything. Then we got some just kind of cool looking ones. Didn't need them, but they looked awesome. So you can kill things, you can tame things, you can just explore, you can build things. I mean, the options are limitless. And this isn't the most technological thing ever, but I loved it. I finally forgot to use it. It's an elevator. And it took me forever to figure this out, and I'm kind of ashamed it took me as long as it did. But down here in the basement is kind of, I guess, the electrical room. So all of these are electric wires. That goes upstairs up to the refrigerators. This one goes down into the floor. You can kind of see it, actually. And it runs along here and kind of disappears over here. But it goes up into this wall. And then these strings come out from it. Oop, little lag spike again. And they had to go to each of the tracks to power the elevator. So you just walk up, you press Y, and it elevates you all the way to the top. Keeps you having to walk up and down. And then the other set of wires here goes up on top of what we call the incubation room. So it goes up here to this generator. We turn on the generator, and in turn it turns on the air conditioners inside here. So with the air conditioners on, it will incubate the babies. It's a very long and lengthy process. The babies take forever to do, even on modified settings. So they're kind of a pain, but they're also kind of worth it. The rest of this is just kind of filler spots. So there's a feed trough. If they get hungry, they can eat out of the feed trough. Otherwise, we take them out of the room here through our giant doors and run them out here to the pens. And this is where they kind of mature as adults. So there's multiple stages. Once they're born, they're these little tiny, like they're adorable and tiny Rexes that are probably about the size of this guy's heel. and they're called babies. So you name them, you want to name like this person over here, we named Rocky Road. So when we first got this, it was called Baby Rocky Road. After it got to 10% maturing, there's like a little maturing bar across the bottom that will come up. And it just shows how long till they become an adult. At 10%, they become a juvenile. And so it would be a juvenile Rocky Road. And at that point, they start eating out of the feed troughs. Before that, you have to hand feed them. And if you leave their side for 5 seconds, they're probably going to die. They're really that needy. So it's really a time-consuming process. It takes a couple hours for them to reach baby to full maturing, maybe even a day. It's quite the lengthy process. So what we had to do with all these Rexes and just the army, I'll fly up again and show you, just the army of Rexes we've created is just ridiculous. I mean, there you can see most of them. I mean, they're all throughout the trees. They're all, I mean, they're everywhere. They're absolutely everything. We have some outside the area even. But that's about all I have to show off for right now. Like I said, starting here in a couple of days, I think actually tonight the server is going to go live. And we're going to start recording from the beginning. You can see all the dying and all the screaming that it took to get to this location. I didn't even show off my favorite friend in here. I have a monkey. His name is George. He's my friend and he sits on my shoulder. He'll go back on my shoulder. But yeah, so you'll see everything from the beginning. You'll see when we start out with running around with sticks and stones trying to die to dodos. And yes, it can happen. So we'll start that series here hopefully in the next couple of days. And I hope you guys enjoy watching, I guess, the struggle in the beginning. Because we go around now and kind of show you what we can do now. We can do some of the caves and get the trophies that I showed you inside the house over here. A little bit laggy again. We could do runs up to, if I pull my map out, the top, I guess the middle north and the northwest is that snow white area. That is the north. It is extremely dangerous. There's a lot of mean things there. And we could show us running through there, collecting loot beacons and things like that and trying not to die. And we could do all of that, but I think we need to start from the beginning. But we've worked so long and so hard on this house that we had to show off what we had done. And I know this is nothing compared to the standards of some Ark builders. Some guys are crazy at building and things. But this is what we've gotten so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing our little house tour here. And hopefully you guys are excited as I am to start the new series. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.